Vibration upgrade in progress. 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 Vibration upgrade at 50%. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade at 75%. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade is complete. Your messenger has arrived. The show will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initiate.
Hello, everybody. This is Tanya Lee of Harmonia. Excuse me. I had a big gulp of soda before I said hello, and then all of a sudden it just came right back up. Anyway, how are you guys doing today? I'm here for the all signs reading. Guys, this is not the typical 7-day forecast. A reminder, I am going to be shutting down just for some spiritual maintenance here because I'm taking some time off. My birthday is coming up on Sunday, so I'm going to be celebrating it with family. So the channel is going to be quiet for a little bit. So a reminder that if you want to be updated as into more additional content, make sure you are joined Harmonia Friends Club. There is a 30-day free trial. Hi, Sherry. Welcome. So we're going to do a 2-week forecast, so that you guys are prepared, not just for this week, but also for next week, since I won't be live, but I will be returning live here back on October 8th. But there will be content over at Harmonia Friends Club. And don't forget, the zodiac sign readings are back. They are back. I originally had them by elements, but if you have been paying attention to the channel, I just want to remind you that they've been pulled out to individual signs. So they are being released one by one since last week. So today we had Aries got post, and tomorrow we'll be posting Taurus. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel. All right. Hi, Terry. Welcome. All right. Are you guys ready? Let's see what's going on here for the collective. Just give me a second, guys. I got to clear my throat. Okay, between all of the incense and everything else fumigating this place, we're ready to go. All right, let's see what the collective message is here for all my zodiac signs. Reminder, guys, if you're just tuning in, to share, because sharing is caring. Go ahead and share to like-minded groups if you can. That would be great. And if you're watching the replay, let me know that you're here. And let's get started. Calling in our guides, our ancestors, and our ascended master spirit. What is going on for the collective for the next 2 weeks? What is going on for them? What do they need to be aware about? This is things that may challenge you in the next 2 weeks. Sailor's Rune. Well, what are you plunging to the depth here? Sailor's Rune. Let's see what the book has to say about that. Let's see. Temptation. We may be tempted in the next couple of weeks. It says, with the light draining from above, a mermaid descends into the shadowy depths of the sea. The faint silhouette of sharks representing danger and a shipwreck can be glimpsed into the darkness. If you draw this card, you may have already succumbed to temptation or may be on the brink of doing so. Sometimes the people and things we know are not good for us because the most attractive and persistent options. Sailor's Rune reminds you that most desires, such as the odd treat or letting your hair down, can actually be beneficial in moderation. However, too much of a good thing can become detrimental. So this is similar to the devil's energy. Feeling a little bit of a Capricorn energy here where, we can fall into temptation, fall into lust. But sometimes when we have that desire, it can also, as they stated in the book, give us some focus on a particular area, especially if it's an endeavor, an opportunity for us to get something done. So that's something to consider. So this is going to be a little bit different since it is 2 weeks. I'm going to be using oracle cards for the initial story play. We're going to see what the oracle card is for the first week and the second week, and then we're going to do the tarot spreads under. So this is a little bit different than the 7 days because we are doing a 14-day forecast again so that you guys can be ready. We're starting off with Libra. Happy birthday out there to the Libras. Libra will be first, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Make sure you guys are checking your chart. Let's see what's going on for Libra. Libra, your first week. How's it going to be this week? We have imagine and envision. So this is all about your creativity this week. Okay, a lot of manifestation here, creative ideas, but it's all about getting it on paper. And if it's not paper, it's really just claiming it in your affirmations, whether you're stating it. But it's always nice to officially put it on paper because then you can reread it. You can kind of draw your hand around it as you reread the words that you have written down. But also, I also feel like this may be some things coming in for you as well with that magician energy here. So I'm feeling more the magician energy for the first week. Let's see how your second week is going to be. Next week. Rebirth and reinvention. So there's a transformation here. There's a change. There's a shift. In the next 2 weeks, you have a massive shift coming your way, Libra, and it has to be with how you are vibrating, what you are vibing out to the universe, all of those gifts, all of those ideas, all of those wishes. There's something here that you are actually walking the talk. You are feeling it. You're in the water. You are feeling this. So this is an energy here of maybe taking some relaxation time here, being in the moments, being present as though it is in this plane. Interesting. All right, let's see what's going on here for this week. Reversals are now up for Libra. Libra, the Fool. Okay. You are going on an adventure this week, Libra, to get over this, whatever this is. What are you heartbroken about? I feel like this is for a Libra who's been in some stuck energy. When I see the reversals, they always mean extremes to me. So it's extreme heartbreak. It's not really something that someone's going to easily get over, which no one really does with heartbreak. It's just this energy here of it fading, being less than, but it always leaves a mark, does it not? So there's something here about you wanting to leave the space of heartbreak. Okay. What else? What else for Libra? 3 of Pentacles. 3, 3. You're not doing this alone, are you, Libra? This is something that I feel like you're building with somebody else. This could be building confidence. This could be getting a mentor. This could be hanging out with an individual who already has achieved some of these things that you want or desire. Or some of you, you're doing something with a really good friend. Or if this is a relationship, it's like putting yourself back out there. 2 more cards. 9 of Pentacles here. And we have the Knight of Cups here reversed. Okay. So I feel that there's something here that you've been kind of a stickler on, wanting to do something on your own or trying to, I feel like there's a grief or a grief moment here that a Libra is trying to recover on their own For this week's energy, I feel this energy here of not wanting to do it on your own anymore. So I see a Libra actually getting out and about, opportunities where you may have dismissed before, whether they were invites, whether they were um, and that could be whether if it's dating, it could be something here that you said you weren't ready for. I feel like this week here, it's like you're kind of looking and reevaluating as in how you can get out of this funk. So I actually see you initiating some of this, even though it's reversed. I feel this energy here of looking upon some like past invites or things that you may have not accepted here while you were going over something that feels very heartbroken for you. What's the advice here for this week? Yeah, this is that communication. This is absolutely you reaching out, you getting out of the house, you initiating something here about wanting to do something. I think these are your actions, not so much accepting actions that others gave you. It's like revisiting individuals saying, I just need to get out of the house. So I do see you trying to be more optimistic, getting out of some grief here. And this is more for a Libra who's going through some kind of grief streak and has been kind of like mopey. So let's see what's going on here for next week for you. We're going to push this to the side and create some room. There we go. Next week for Libra. Hey, Johanna. Sun. So again, I see this continuation of you wanting to change certain things in your life, whether it is your routine, whether it is different pathways, but you're looking for something for a long-term change. So I actually see within the next 2 weeks, you really making some of those changes and not just, again, initiating it, but actually going out on some of those areas here. So you're looking at opportunities. I feel there's this energy here of you researching, evaluating what are some of the best moves for you? What are some of the things here that are going to light you up? And this is something here where Libra is really looking at long-term changes. And I feel like there's something here about the ability here of getting out this week that really allows this Libra to be more motivated. I don't know. I almost feel like there's another energy here of another individual. There sure is. There sure is. Someone here is helping you out, Libra. So next week, there's something here about an individual here where it's kind of like you've given up on a dream and someone here is showing you options next week. Or different avenues or things that maybe you've never thought of before, but areas that you may have felt that you weren't ready to handle. But I feel like someone here is saying, no, I can show you both possibilities here, taking you out, going on adventures, that kind of energy here. And you are excited about this because you're in this week's energy here. This is what you've been craving. This is what you've been manifesting. So by week 2, you are feeling that energy, which is pretty darn amazing for you. Yeah, look at that. Queen of Pentacles here could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. This is somebody here who's very practical, an amazing friend, knows how to invest wisely. And there's just this energy here of how to work together. 1, 2, 3. You had that 3 before. I told you there's a new person here. This could be a new friend. This could be a new budding romance for some of you. It sure can. Yeah. Areas here that you are revisiting. And these are things that maybe you overlooked because you were in some kind of grief. So I do see it being less heavy for you by next week and you just looking and reevaluating something here in the presence of another individual here. And it looks like it's a Queen of Pentacles. What's the last thing of advice here for Libra in the next 2 weeks? I'm told you there's a new partnership here for you, Libra. Some of you, this is a budding romance, Gemini energy. This person is going to help you regardless get out more of your comfort zone, show you, well, I almost felt like I would wanted to state show you a whole new world. This is like Aladdin, all right? This is an individual here who wants to point out some things to you, get excited about you. And even though they may be wearing a mask to some extent, I feel like the mask here is friendship, but it is a mutual attraction. I do feel the two of you light each other up. And so this is something here that will be either a long-term friendship or something that will turn into something more. Okay, that's what I got for Libra. Let's move on to Scorpio for the next 2 weeks. Don't forget, guys, to like, subscribe. And Libra, your forecast is out. Your October forecast is out. Make sure you guys are checking out. That was released last week. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio is up. We're going to shuffle real quick. All right, Scorpio. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Here we go. One more shuffle, and we'll be ready to go. Scorpio, let's see what's going on for the next 2 weeks. For this week, what do we got? What is this temptation we got? We have healing water. So this week, there's something here about filling your own cup. This feels a lot like self-love. I have a lot of like Aquarius energy coming through here. When I think of self-love, honestly, it's the Ace of Cups card, but also the Star. The Star is probably the most healing card that you can give. There's something here where you know wise and you are just going to be pouring the love into you. It's like there's something here about this temptation prior that kept you sucked down. So this is about returning the love to you. Let's see what's going on for next week. We have seasonal harvests. So this is also about grounding. Again, this is about self-love. So there's something here where you are going to be pouring emotionally back into you. And then the following week, it's just being able to keep yourself grounded, keep yourself present, because this is something here where you don't want to give it away. You're just kind of recovering and you're starting to see the growth. And I see an opportunity here to really see some results, but we'll see what those results are. First, let's get through this week. Scorpio, reversals are now up. Let's see how the week is going for you. Ace of Pentacles, not so great. Not the beginning of this. This is probably why you feel depleted. So something here has been pulled away from you, but this is a physical pull away. This is an opportunity that got yanked. It's reverse. It just is what it is. It's not something that's in plain sight to you right now. Some of you that might feel like money. Yeah. The Page of Wands was something here you were excited about, but something here has been immaturely pulled back or reversed. Cardinals may be something significant to you. They always remind me of loved ones, so I feel like you got a lot of loved ones around you. But there's just something here about whatever this opportunity was. It was like prematurely not ready. You know, it's like the cake wasn't fully baked, but you were excited for it, and it popped out of the oven. And it's like, it's got way more time than I anticipated, and I was ready and I was excited, and it's not the day. It's not the time. It's because it's on divine timing. This is all about divine timing. And so this may upset a Scorpio a little bit because as soon as they got a taste of it, the excitement for it, it's also going while the wheels are still turning now. It was kind of like a false preview. Like, I feel like this week there's something here about, I feel like I got a false preview. But it is upright, so it's not that it's not coming. It's actually part of what's supposed to happen, Spirit's saying. It sure is. This is also a test here for you as in which way you want to perceive this. The Two of Swords is when you get stuck in your head, but when you need to be present, that present energy. So I do feel a little bit of flightiness this week and indecisiveness here, going kind of in and out between two worlds, a world here where this was actually achieved or had or attainable, and it was something that would have been long term. And then the world here of it completely annihilated and taken away and not something you'll get back. So I feel it's kind of going back and forth, a lot of that energy here, but there is communication coming towards you. So this is something that is going to end this. It is a Three of Swords. So I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. It's the Three of Swords. So there is pain here. There is grief here, but this grief needs to spill out. And so whatever this communication is, it's going to give you some kind of grief, but it's going to allow you to have a higher perception, and it's going to release this. And this release is actually going to give you some growth here. And so let's see what next week's going to be like. Let me just pull that one advice card here for you, for Scorpio, for this week. There's something about this message here they want you to... I just feel this energy of expressing after you get this message. Yeah, again, you got the Devil card again. This is the temptation here to stay in it, or you can have the ability to get out of this. We have Capricorn energy, could be dealing with a Capricorn, but there's something here about a connection that needs to be released. So this week you are getting released by some kind of karmic cycle. Does that mean like a person's getting separated from your life? No, there's something that's getting released in this connection. Okay. It's like broken. It's done. It's something in this level here where it's going to be, well, sad, but at the same time, you're going to perceive it here as to how or why it had to happen. Somebody here is guarding their heart here really strongly, and it could be you, but this is about pouring it back into yourself. So let's see how next week's going to be for my Scorpios. We have the Ace of Wands, a slow start, but you are going to have an answer. It's going to let you move forward. Some of you are traveling next week. That's your energy there with that traveling. I just feel like there's something here strongly here for you. Look at this. I told you, it's your energy. Scorpio, that's you. I feel the need here to release some emotions, and there is something that is going to allow you to get out of this funk, because whatever it is, this communication is going to make you grieve a little bit, but at the same time, you're going to be able to move forward. And I love this energy, even though it's reversed, because I feel like there's something here that you are doing that is actually pushing you towards this, which is allowing this wheel to move. It is, because look, you're moving. It's the Chariot energy here. There's some kind of release that's happening for you next week. What's this release about? Release of pride, release of discouragement, the release of needing to control, because strength reverse is someone who's trying to control it, resist change. This is somebody here who's about to go with the flow. They really are. Leo energy now strongly here. I mean, they're a little bit discouraged because their pride got kicked a little bit, but at the same time, they're going with the flow. It's kind of surrendering. It's almost like judgment energy here. And the surrendering here is a Page of Cups of small opportunities, small offers. These are things here where you're going to really see things for who they are when it comes to people. Some people can just be really darn childish. And there's something here where you're going to see or be evaluated on the immaturity of this. And it's not, even if it's on your end or another person's end, it's something where you're accepting it, but you're not trying to fix a scenario. You're just looking at it. You sure are. You're just looking at it, because the two of you, whatever this partnership is, or this person you're dealing with here, Scorpio, are marrying one another. And when it comes to insecurities here and pride. So it's about going with the flow, seeing each other eye to eye. And that's what's coming up for you in the next 2 weeks. I feel like you're going to be able to have some kind of conversation to allow you to see where this goes, to see how you feel. Could be a reconciliation. Some of you, it could be a closure of an ending, but you'll have everything with a higher perception. Why? Because it's the Knight of Pentacles. This is about long-term goals, long-term dreams. So there's something here where if you're going to be committed, you have to look at each other at face value. So that's what I have here for Scorpio. In the next 2 weeks, we're going to move on to Sagittarius. Scorpio, don't forget to like and subscribe, and that your October forecast is up. All right, Saggy. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see how the next 2 weeks are going to be for you. How is this week going to be for Sagittarius? Learn from life. Learn from life. So there's something here within your life this week that you're going to be learning from. Some lessons. Could be some hard lessons. Could have something to do with schooling. Or just feeling like you got schooled, but there's something about life experiences this week. And let's see about next week. What's going on for next week for my Saggies? Changes and progress. Interesting. It's kind of like when you put one foot in front of another, you never know where you're going to go. There's something here that you are looking upon this week here, Sagittarius, that is allowing you to explore next week. But this week, it's all about preparation. So I feel like you guys are almost preparing for some kind of exam of some sort. And some of you actually may be. Could be school or something here that you need to get done or complete here for yourself, Saggy. But others of you, whatever this is, I don't see you completely alone. Somebody here is curious. Some cat by you is curious, and it could actually be a literal cat. But when I see a curious cat at someone here who's willing to go on the ride and see what your next moves are, or maybe watching you or just protecting you in some way. Isn't that interesting? They have a little cat here and it's playing with, does that look like a bird? Okay. You're about to take flight. You're about to take flight here, Saggy. I feel it. I feel it. Let's see what's going on for this week for Sagittarius. 7 of Swords. Maybe you didn't feel ready. 7 Swords. It's no secret, though. Okay, yeah, you absolutely don't feel ready for this. Not this week. Sagittarius like, I'm not ready to start. I don't know if I can handle this. I don't know if I studied enough. I don't know if I'm ready to invest. There's something about investing, whether it's a partnership, whether it's a new endeavor. It seems a lot. It does. It's like there's something here that you obviously aren't happy about because it's happening, but you don't feel like you can prepare. Like it's not enough time for the Saggy to prepare. Something unexpected may have come in too. I just keep hearing worse timing. It really is, because you were about to leave something that wasn't emotionally fulfilling for you. It was like you were waiting forever for this to happen. And then all of a sudden it comes in and you have to drop everything, and it just adds more to your plate this week. That's what it feels like. So it's kind of like, oh, I thought that was out. I thought that was even an opportunity, but it is coming up this week. It is. Could also be a reconciliation of sort. Yep. It's going to be handed right to you. Now, if it is some kind of reconciliation with an individual, this is a person here who's been tempted to come back for quite some time and is going to basically confess their feelings, their emotions. And it may be something here where they did not state that before to you, Saggy. It could be. But if it has nothing to do with love, this could just be something here that you thought was off the table. And there's something here about how it's communicated to you as though it was missed. It could have been something like, we didn't see the email. We missed it. But yes, we absolutely do want to hire you, or we would love to have you in for, an interview if this is a job here. Yeah. Queen of Pentacles could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is an individual here. Whoever is the one who's offering this to you, they are a little bit conceited. I'm not gonna lie on that. This is an individual here who tends to care about themselves more than what others are, or they just they don't make you a priority, but it's on their terms, their priority. But it's not saying they don't offer you anything. Just know that about this individual. Even though they may have missed it, it wasn't something that was important enough to them until now, because now they're seeing something here of you. And what they may be seeing of you is you back on your feet, you looking at other areas, some of you new people. But I feel like this is coming on top of this when you are in the midst of something new. And some of you have just started to date another individual. Could be an old person coming back. What's the advice for you, Saggy, for this week? Oh my goodness. Pick a side. Which one do you want? Which one do you want to invest in? One of them you have to sail away, though, because it's not going to work for you. Because you can only hold so much. Okay. And there's something here about it just being really, really rocky for you. And I feel like there's something that you are going to be going towards next week. I want to say it's something new. It's whatever you're invested in now, not this old stuff. Let's see. Let's see for next week for Saggy. Next week for you, Saggy. Is it down one? The moon reverse, no secrets now. You are pretty nervous about the area here of whatever was the past. And I feel like next week you are declining it. You're stating that, no, it's not something I want to invest in. Or some of you may just be a straight on block when you receive this. It's like, I'm going to pretend I didn't receive that block. That's your answer. But the 8 of Wands is a block. It's not going that direction. It's choosing a direction that's brand spanking new, because what you're holding on to seems like a little bit more. To you, it's not worth it. There was something here with before you may have been holding on to that tightly, but what you're holding on to now is something that feels better. Like, I feel like you feel more advanced. You feel more like yourself. There's either a budding friendship or a budding partnership, or just an endeavor that you feel like you can, that's more aligned to you than what was not given to you before. Yeah, it feels very much like that. Yeah, there you are. You're looking much better next week. Because it's like, once you make up your mind here, Saggy, you're all in. The King of Wands is someone who's very confident and, goes after what they want. And there's something here by fully investing on this, even if it's fully just investing on you. It could be if there is an ex or something coming back in there and you just started school, or, you feel like this is going to suck up your time, you could make a decision here that you want to just focus entirely on this opportunity right now. You don't want to focus on this relationship. You want to put all of your power into that too. And there's nothing wrong with that. But whatever you choose, you really are going to put it all in, and it is going to inspire you to keep creating, okay, or keep working on this, because this is something here where you feel that it's worth fighting for till the end. And there was something about this other one that, as you saw it or how it was left to you, you're kind of surprised it's back too. You would rather just create the closure of this when it comes to the past. So I do feel like you are the bearer of the bad news next week. You're saying no to an individual, or you're just declining. But you are doing something here where you want to explore different avenues. Yeah, you're not indecisive about this anymore. This is something here where you have a clear picture once this comes back in. And it is like, are you kidding me? How can that possibly be? What's the final advice here for Saggy? Final advice for next week. Sometimes you just got to lay it out there. We have the King of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, very detached from your emotions. It's being very businesslike, but also some of you, this could be an advisor of some sort here, where if it's an ex or something, it's like let the lawyer come in to advise that you're not dealing with this. Okay. So you are setting a boundary that's coming in here, and Spirit's just saying keep standing your ground as to what direction you choose and what's right for you. But this new opportunity looks really good. It looks really amazing. And I do see that there's somebody here on this new opportunity with you, or this new adventure that feels very promising. They're very curious about you, and they kind of like to see what's next about you, So it's very cool. Let's see what's going on for Capricorn. Capricorn is up. All right, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Capricorn, your October zodiac sign reading is out. Don't forget to check the October playlist. And let's get started here for Capricorn. How is your week going to be for Capricorn? Affirmations for positive change. So this is you. I don't feel like you need to do some affirmations for positive change. I don't feel like a Capricorn here likes to do a lot of changes. In fact, you look at that and you're like, oh God, I can't believe I signed up for this. Why did I do this? Some of you, it's because you signed up for, I don't know, going to the gym, and you were all gung-ho about it a couple weeks ago, but now that it's here, it's like, oh Jesus, what did I do? Why did I sign up for this adventure? So you're trying to remain positive and not fleeting. So I feel this energy here continually reminding yourself this week. Let's see how next week's going for you. How's next week going for Capricorn? Oh, look at that. You look happy, joy and delight. So I feel like this week it's all about the work, no play. But next week you're going to be like so happy that whatever it is you got done. So yeah, there's some hard things to get through this week, but next week I feel a lot lighter because it's like, oh, I have that off my plate, or I feel stronger. I have more energy. There's something about your energy that's shifting. That's interesting. Let's see what's going on this week for Capricorn. Yeah, you are, this is too much. In fact, other people are looking upon you like, why are you carrying all that? And you're like, yeah, I obviously need to change something up here. I'm not feeling in shape. I'm using exercise as a metaphor here. Yeah, there's something here that you don't feel you have enough endurance. Some of you, it's not having enough energy because you got a lot of responsibilities to do. If this is a new creative adventure for you, it's kind of like, I don't have time for it. But you need to shift something and change something and do something here that is more strict, scheduled, so that you can have more freedom. And if you look upon this, you're actually doing it this week because you're realizing this isn't really working for you. You're not going anywhere. Yeah, you need to balance this out. So I feel like this week, Capricorn, you're making some changes. And you're not doing them really drastically. You're going to try to make some slow changes here. And that's like not going on the crazy diet right from the beginning. It's like doing small tasks just to get something completed. So I actually see you, Capricorn, making some kind of structure, task list, being very compassionate to yourself that you got through some things, and being appreciative once it's complete, because I don't feel you've done that before. Some of you may be asking for some help, assistance, and that may feel out of your comfort zone here. If you remember here, when we have that, there was somebody waving there in the water, and it's like, you know what? I've never done this before. Can you scout for me? So I see you being more open to asking for help, being more patient. Yeah. Page of Pentacles. And this is something here where it's like just small things, but enough here that people are giving you a helping hand. So you are receiving some kind of help or some kind of advice here or an opportunity, but this opportunity is going to allow more room for this, for play, so that you can concentrate on some things here that you have not been able to, well, complete, finish. Yeah, look at this. 10 of Cups here. I feel a lot of happiness coming up by the end of the week here. And also, there's something about this space that you're creating, especially if you're asking for some help here, even if it's from a loved one or your partner. This is something that's actually going to bond the two of you. So there's some bonding going on here, Capricorn, for you this week, where it's like, let's do the task together. So it's not so boring, but there's good conversation that come out of it, memories that are born. Interesting. I like that. One more. Yeah, 3 of Wands here. And it may even be short term. This could be a friend visiting from out of town or a family member visiting out of town. But I see you getting assistance, and I see you building something that feels a lot more steady for you and allows you to see some kind of movement. What advice does Spirit have for you? But although I just see you just choosing to take these small steps, and even though that they're uncomfortable and it may feel like you have a long day, it is nicer when you have a partner of some sort that is your accountability buddy. Sure is. Look at this. Whoever this is your accountability buddy. This is your knight in shining armor. All right. This individual would absolutely go the distance for you. We got a little crab there. Could be Cancer sign here, but I just feel a lot of love, appreciation for you, and Spirit's like, take the offer, accept the help. All right. There's a lot of love here for you. See what's going on for week 2 on this joyous energy here where you feel lighter. Completely different energy from this week. Excited, more freedom to do things that you enjoy. You're not fighting like cats and dogs. The cats and dogs are actually playing with each other, joking around. Totally different energy from what this week is. And it's not that this week is a bad week. It's just that you're seeing the results so quickly by making these little changes. This Capricorn's making like massive changes. Yeah. Judgment. You're actually going to see results as quickly as next week on how your mood changes, how the people around you changes. The moods of others will change. But it's something here where you're going to see something that's successfully working. It's long term. It's an ascension of some sort. Look at that. And it's going to allow you more freedom to create something that you really want. That's pretty amazing. Some of you, it's like, asking a spouse or somebody to help you while you do something at night that you want to really create. Maybe it's a side business, but there's some space here that's going to allow you to do so. And for some of you, this has been a dream that's been sitting in the corner dusty because you can never get to it. It's like, I got to get to it. And now it's like, I have time to get to this. I have time to take my time on this. And I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this space. I'm starting to see results. And you got more than one person here who is supporting you on that too, Capricorn, for next week. Capricorn has a really, really good week. 2 more. The King of Cups here, reverse, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And we have a transformation. I also feel that whoever this person is, it does feel like a water sign who is you're going to be bonding with. There's something by next week, because I feel like this person holds back how they feel about you. But there's something that is going to be released next week with how much time you spend with this person. And it's going to be a change because there are going to be things that you never knew about this individual that they're going to open up about. And it's going to be an entirely change in this relationship, a transformation. But I think it's a positive transformation, because this is something that if you didn't ask for this help or this assistance here, I almost feel this energy like you would have not been able to really know how this person truly feels to some extent, because there's something about them being guarded. And there's something here about being vulnerable, that you were vulnerable to put your walls down, that this person now feels safe amongst you. So there's a very protective energy here with this individual, because they kind of understand some of the pain you've been through. And this could even be a family member here. But I see this energy here of being united and being more open up and vulnerable, because this person has been hurt too in the past. All right, that's what I have for Capricorn. Let's move on to Aquarius. Aquarius is up. It's okay. No worries, Sherry. I know. I appreciate you, even if you have to catch the replay. All right, we have Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Aquarius, your reading was released over the weekend for October. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to check out the October playlist right on the home page, which you'll get your full October reading. And then if you want to get the extended, then you can become a member at Harmonia Friends. It's a 30-day free trial. All right. Are we ready? Let me just split this deck. All right, Aquarius, here we go. Oops, wrong deck. I almost went straight to the advice, so apparently you need advice if spirits like go to those cards first. But let's see what these cards are for Aquarius. Aquarius, this week, what's going on for you? This week, we have go with the flow. It's all about being in the present energy here and just being in the feels and not necessarily pushing yourself. Do you see how the or is in the back? She's not really trying to go forward. She's just kind of feeling the energy of what it is now. And there's something here about being in the flow this week, being present, being grounded, even though she's in the water. You can still have a lot of grounding techniques here. Water's a conductor too, so it's very close to getting your mediumship. See how next week is going to be for you. Look at this. Make a move. Now, this is interesting because you go from taking a breath and then being in it, and then all of a sudden it's time to get out of the boat and make a move. Make a move. Now, this is interesting because it's two individuals. So I almost feel this energy here of making a move towards another individual, making a move here to some kind of partnership, making a move here of accepting an opportunity. Let's see what's about for Aquarius. Week 1 for Aquarius this week. Here we go. You bypass some things, and this week you're going back to release it. This is just past stuff. You're creating some kind of closure for yourself this week. You're reconciling some indifferences. Some of you, it could be creating closure with a particular person, but I feel like this is self-closure. It's a part of you that you don't really want to take on to this journey. It's very heavy. It's not really been released. It feels very stuck energetically. There's this need to release emotions, release the pain. The 10 of Swords is rock bottom, but you just kind of surrender into it. When you go with the flow, you also know that, you got to think of the waves, right? They're always going to crash and they're always going to come back in and then create new waves. So there's this need here to feel the waves, feel the crash of emotion this week, and create some closure for you, because there is going to be the time here when to receive or to make the move. And I feel that you have been waiting for something in particular for this Aquarius. Aquarius feels like they're waiting for an opportunity to come floating to them, waiting. But you've built something here that you're just looking upon and hoping to receive. There's hope here, but I feel like you're kind of over waiting. Yeah. You don't want to be in the cold anymore. You don't want to be rejected anymore. You want to recover from this. Some of you, it's like, looking at things that you've been waiting for specific results, especially if it comes to your health. But it's like, I need to make some different moves towards something here so that I feel good, so that I feel better, because it's not making me feel better by just waiting. Some of you are waiting for particular test results for your health. Strength. Leo energy. This is something here where you are seeing that it is not worth waiting for anymore. You don't want to wait for the worst news. You don't want to wait for something to make you feel clear on. You want to create some kind of closure. And I just see you getting out there, feeling the emotion here of that loss of some sort. And some of you, it could be financial loss, some of you. But with it reverse, it's just like, I don't need to gain another perception. I know that I need to have the courage to move forward in something here that I'm confident about. So this Aquarius here, who's had some kind of cold feet, is now getting some kind of courage here to get out of this energy of waiting. So yeah, that's what I got. Let's see what's going on here for this week. Final message for you on that. Opportunity. There's a new opportunity here. Now, is it an opportunity to go after something? Is it something that you go after from the past? Whatever it is, you're confident about it. You've made a decision about it. So not all of you, it's going to be the past. This could be a new opportunity too. But you're tired of waiting around and thinking about it. It's like, okay, now I'm going to show it. Now I'm going to offer it here and take this opportunity and see the growth of it. That's what it feels like. Let's see what's going on for next week for you. Because you're moving. You're making the moves. Another sign got that. I forget which sign got that. It was one of the earlier signs. It might have been Scorpio. Next week. That area being indecisive. The Magician energy of controlling, allowing a situation to control you. Some of you allowed a person to control you, but this is something here where you're like, I can't be in this energy of lack anymore. It's not worth it. It feels broke. I feel broken here. And you are breaking some kind of control. You're surrendering to it. You're surrendering to some kind of loss so that you can have a change, because that's the opportunity that you're going here. And look at this. And you're happy about it, because once you choose this, some of you, it is a person. It is going to make you really happy. But others of you, it's sharing the news of this. And it's like, I'm finally decided to do this, but I'm finally decided to share it with individuals because I didn't want to disappoint before. And now I'm going to do it. So I feel community next week, happiness, discussing it with loved ones here, discussing it, investing in it. Could be investing in it with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. But this is somebody here who is very practical, invests wisely, is in it for the long haul. This individual, look at this. You're having some shared success, and there's an opportunity that you are grasping, and you are going to be doted next week on it. Okay. Individuals are going to be excited for your new start. Some of you, it's an opportunity to be with somebody new. Others of you, it's an opportunity here to reconcile something here that you feel good about. But there is this energy of success. It's a 6 of Wands. You could put this behind you. You can put this behind you. Look at that. The 3 of Swords. This is heartbreak that's going to be behind you. There was a reason that you had some kind of guard on, but there's something about this evaluation here of remaining stuck or not getting the closure that you wanted. Some of you wanted closure from a particular person, but you've actually created some kind of self-closure here for you. And some of you, the self-closure has to do with you, with how you may have felt accountable for portraying yourself here. So this is something here where you say, I forgive you, or I forgive myself. But I do see this energy here of an offer, whether this offer is an opportunity of friendship, an opportunity here to share news, or an opportunity here of an apology. It's something that you're going to feel really, really good about. That's what I got for Aquarius. Let's see what's going on for Pisces. Hello, Aya. Welcome. I know you're probably catching the replay if you just said Cappy, so you're probably a little bit behind. That's cool. But welcome. Hi, Barbara. The readings tonight, guys, are a little bit different. They're going to be a little bit longer because I'm doing 2 weeks. This will be the last of the all signs until October 8th. I will be quiet for a little bit. My birthday is on Sunday, but I'm taking some personal time off. And if you guys want to get the most of all sign readings, I suggest you go check out Harmonia Friends Club. There's a 30-day free trial. There will be a bonus all signs just for my members that they will be receiving while I am away. But also there's a whole plethora of content over there that you can peruse while I'm away from Harmonia. This is the first time this channel is it's over 6 years old at this point. This is the first time, and it's kind of a big deal that I'm taking this much time off. It's the first time in like history that I'm taking this much time off. I'm a little nervous, I'm not going to lie, because I'm so used to uploading or being here live with you guys. It's going to be weird. I was like, should I go live while maybe I'm, on the road? Who knows? Maybe I'll do a pop-up live. Who knows? If I'm in the mood, I'll do it. I just hated being one of those individuals who was like in the middle of nowhere with shitty sound, throwing cards up. But maybe you guys don't care. But check out the community tab because I'll be doing channel messages and stuff like that. So I'll be posting on there, just not videos. All right, Pisces. Let's see what's going on for Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Pisces, your reading was released yesterday for October. Make sure you're checking the homepage for your general reading on October. The extended is over at Harmonia. Pisces, your week. Affirmations for acceptance. It's time here to accept the fate. We have a 5 and a 2, which comes to a 7. So you're reassessing something here. And there's some change here that's needed. Hi, Lily. No, not yet. We started off with Libra. There's change here that's needed. You're looking upon something here. You may actually be changing up some of what you've been trying to affirm. You may actually be more mindful of the language that you're doing. It's like, because if you think about the universe, guys, when we are stating certain things, they are spells themselves. So you may be very watchful of how you've been utilizing your words. But there's also something here where you may have changed your mind. And it's like, cancel, resend. There's something about reassessing strongly with that 7 I'm seeing. Reassessing a partnership. Transformation and change. You can't make this shit up. This is for week 2. There's something here changing in a connection. 2 cats curious. All right, so let's see what this first week is here for Pisces. Yes, happy early birthday to the Libra gang. Pisces, this week, little low. You're drowning here about a connection. This is not happy news. This is for a Pisces here who's very sad. It's like not happy in this environment. And there's something here where you're evaluating from another that makes you sad and unsure and uncertain. There's trust that's been pulled away. So I feel like this week, Pisces, there's some kind of trust that's being pulled away. That's what you're reassessing. I see. This is Pisces reassessing. Ooh. That's a lot of swords. Pisces, it's in your head. All right. Don't let your fear keep you trapped, because you always have the ability to get out of this. You do. This is a very self-sabotaging card. But I'm also seeing there's something here about you feeling the need to overprotect this week. Some of you, it's overprotect your heart because you're fearing the worst case scenario. It is, because they're always asking me to subtract it here. And I feel this energy here that there's something here where you feel there's a change of heart. Yeah. But you're not quite ready to leave it yet. You're looking at something here, hoping for a return, hoping for the return of love, hoping the return here of hoping to change someone's mind. Yeah, Queen of Wands. You're going to be pretty angry about this week. It's like you go from you're going through stage grief here, and you are definitely really looking at trying to gain some kind of love back, wanting to love, looking at something, reassessing it, playing new things in your head kind of thing, change of things, or starting to see things, or maybe the rose colored glasses are off and you're like, oh, now I'm seeing this. Like you're starting to see all the negative aspects. I know you are, because you're in the 8 of Swords. So you are reevaluating the past, and there's something here that ticks you off. Hi, Barbara. Welcome to YouTube now. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy here, but my Queen of Wands, anytime she's reversed, she's the Taylor Swifter of them all. She's the one who uses her anger and writes a song about it, and then also becomes super duper rich and helps other individuals build confidence. So there's something here about your confidence that is needed, that has boosted you to change something, to switch something. I do feel a little bit of anger, but you're going to be using that anger in a more opportunist way, creative way for some of you. It's like it creates some kind of creative spark for you to do something differently. And it has to do with commitment. It has to do with partnership. It has to do with loyalty. You are demanding some kind of loyalty. You are demanding something that is more secure. And you are leaning on a partnership that does feel really good to you. But this is what you're valuing. This is what you're looking upon. And there's something here that I feel that you're defending this partnership of what you truly wanted this to be. Let's see how next week's going to be for you. Next week. Well, you're still not over the heartbreak. There's still grief here. But it's allowing you to look and evaluate some other things that maybe you sidestepped, or just keeping your options open. You may also be seeing this as a sign to just invest in a different way. Look at what's around you. if this wasn't truly making you happy, maybe there's something here where this present energy can make you happy. Maybe it's not in a relationship. Maybe it's in something that you truly love to do. But it is leading you into something here that you're realizing wasn't allowing you the freedom to be at a point. You may actually look upon this and go, you know what? I'm glad I have this space because I didn't have it when I was entertaining all of this before. So there's something here that I feel there's a fantasy or something. I'm just seeing, like, they always make me do math. I'm seeing the 4 of cups. There's a opportunity here that was actually right in front of you and gave you room to do. And this Pisces wasn't doing because they were investing so much into this. And this, like, I feel this week, you feel a little bit angry about it, but next week I see you actually shifting and looking at something and going, wait a minute, I actually had time to do something and I chose not to do it. And I should have probably done that. This space, this room could actually mean that the universe is working for me. Yeah, it is. Because it's allowing you to see an opportunity that was missed. Sure is. You know, I always say rejection is protection. It allows you time here to put where you're going to start seeing results here. And you're going to start seeing results in a quick way. You're also getting something shooting out from a distance. So let's see what this is. That's communication. Oh my God. I told you it's coming back around. I told you I saw the 4 of cups here. Sometimes this stuff freaks me out when I feel it in the cards themselves. You're getting a second shot on an opportunity that you didn't get to do because you were busy filling something else. I want to say someone else's cup. It was a temptation. It was something that took you off your path, but there's an opportunity here to use this. And it has to do, some of you, it has to do with your money, your stability. See, you were so focused on whatever this loss is, you're not seeing this amazing opportunity that has been actually, sitting there for quite some time. And now you'll be able to look upon those 2 cups. And some of you, it's a relationship that's meant to be. Others of you, it's a relationship with yourself that's meant to be. Maybe you were meant to be, you know, something to focus on your business right now and not a relationship for some of you. But there's whole different variations of how you want to read that. All right, let's see what's going on for Aries. Aries is up. Sun, Moon, Rising of Venus. Don't forget, guys, we have a collective at the end as well. Usually these are only 1 week readings, but because I am taking some time off from this channel, not from here, but just this channel, that I wanted to make sure you guys got at least 2 weeks of readings in for yourself. I will be, make sure you guys are subscribed though, because I will be chatting with you on the community tab. And sometimes I'll have channel messages over there. So make sure you're subscribed so that you can see that. Or you can become a member at Harmonia Friends because there will be content released over at Harmonia Friends. Aries. Okay, Aries, your reading was released today. Did you see it? The October one was released. So make sure when you're done this, you're going to the channel homepage and look for your October readings because people miss it. Most of the time they miss it because they forget to subscribe. So make sure you guys are subscribing. All right, Aries. What's your first week going to be like? What's this week going to be like? Give love. It's all about the love this week for you, Aries. Give love. There's something here about being there for another, looking at something in a very loving way, even when you don't feel it. It's just unconditional love. I just heard hurt people too. Next week, it says cleansing body and spirit. Well, you know what's interesting is I feel like you are very loving And you even may not even realize this, but if you were around individuals here who are in a lower vibration, and because you were so loving, sometimes you overgive love. So I feel that this is a week here where you may actually overdo it a little bit. So just watch it, because I feel next week you're going to be like, I don't want to be around anybody. I want to be on my own. I just want to be in my salt bath, hang out with my cat, and no people. But I feel that there's something this week where you're going to be busy, and then next week you're going to be more recluse on your own, chill, and it's just like, I have to recover. So you either know your boundaries and you've prepared for this, because some of you do if you're introverts, but there are, believe it or not, Aries introverts out there. But I feel this energy here of this week, meeting up with people, being there for people. Seven of Wands. Now, some people you're not going to be so giving to. That's for sure with it reversed. Okay. Some people you're going to be pretty darn defensive with. Not, you're like blocking a doorway of some sort. Empress energy. Okay. This is just you knowing your boundaries really well. We have Libra and Taurus energy here. So you're very well received. You have a very nurturing, divine feminine energy about you. Doesn't matter if you're a masculine. This is somebody here who gives and receives. But sometimes we need to pull in the boundaries. I do feel you're trying to deflect an issue here coming up for you this week. It's not something that you're going to be able to deflect. It is, the shit's going to hit the fan regardless. You're going to have to love regardless, but it's not a direct hit for you, but it's going to hurt you because it's somebody here that you care about. And whatever this fall is, it's watching somebody fall. You may say, I can't do that anymore. Maybe you enabled a person so much. This could be about enabling an individual. You have to watch. You have to watch a person fall this week. And there's just this energy here of you actually doing this in a loving manner, you know, by saying, I can't do that, or I'm sorry, no. But this is something that this person consistently tried to do with you before, and it's like they can't take you down at this point. No. The Magician reverse is someone here who's trying to go against somebody's free will too. So this is usually a card here where you have a very controlling energy, and you may have felt more of this energy being pulled out of you, where you become more controlling. And you're starting to realize that that's not working in your favor. Look at these. All these cards fell out, but I'm going to take them. We have the Moon energy here, the Nine of Cups here, and the Three of Pentacles. So this is a person here who wants to have their cake and eat it too. You know, it can be very selfish with what their needs are, where their opportunities. But the Moon here means that you're not going to be able to see this person's all their moves, but what you can do is definitely just watch and not necessarily explain all of your moves. I don't think you have to. That's where I'm getting at. The temptation to help this person is going to be huge this week for you. This is a final decision to choosing not to help somebody. And this it's a final decision. It's you pulling back your energy, but this is actually the most loving thing that you can give to this scenario, to this person. But it is exhausting. It does take a lot of your energy because you're putting your foot down. You made your peace with it. Some of you, it's by law. All right, let's see what next week's going to be for Aries. We have the Three of Cups energy. Well, that's a lot more. It's a happier energy, union, celebration. But I also feel this energy here with the Page of Pentacles. Okay, well, let me just finish pulling the cards. There's something about this rest. Okay. Some of you are just going to feel very run down next week. And it has to do with, again, starting to put things towards you, maybe filling up your time here because you have more time because you're not investing in someone else who may have been draining you. But I also feel this energy here of not feeling 100% good and wishing things could have turned out in a better way. Four of Cups is somebody here who's pretty darn miserable when they're reversed because they're not really seeing the upside of anything. It's just kind of like, I didn't get what I want, so now I'm going to be pissy about it. It's kind of like not getting a lollipop, you know? I know that card well because I feel like I live and breathe the Four of Cups myself. All right, so we have the 10 of Pentacles here reversed. So next week, I do feel something that is a security which was false for you is being removed. You're breaking something down. You're breaking a fantasy down. This fantasy here is not a reality. You're realizing that. And this is something here for an Aries that is just fully looking upon that now as to let me get some rest here. You're not going to win this one. You know it. It doesn't feel 100% great to you, but also you're ready to put the flag down. And there was red flags all over that. 100% there was. Because the Six of Pentacles here is for you to look for fairness, for prosperity. And what this is actually leading you is to be more fair to yourself and to give to relationships that give back to you, not to consistently take from you. Yeah. This is showcasing you by next week what a true partnership is, that there's no mask in between and what you're being led to. You have to trust the process here, Aries, especially if you are going through heartbreak right now, that the opportunity of relationships kind of come and form in karmic cycles, that you appreciate things for what they are, not necessarily the hurt that a person may have done to you, but appreciate the lessons here because this individual here has given you some lessons too, to be more aligned for a partnership that is going to be aligned to you. So consider it as preparation for a union that is right for you. Right for you. All right. That's what I got. Let's move on to Taurus. I know some of you were looking for Taurus. We have Taurus coming up now. You're listening while at work. I think most people do that. I'm cool with that. I'm like the radio. I had a couple people say to me that they were watching from Australia. They had me on the big TV. I was like their reality show they tuned into, and I was laughing at that. I thought that was pretty cool. All right. Taurus is up. Taurus, reminder, your reading for October Zodiac will be released tomorrow. The extended also at Harmonia Friends Club. Be on the lookout for that. Make sure you're subscribed so that you get the notifications of when the premiere is running. Yeah, happy birthday to Libra, including myself. Even though I'm a September Libra, I take advantage of it all the way through Libra season. All the way through. I'm all about celebration. You put me on the TV sometimes too. I'm very wary now of putting myself on camera. I'm like, oh my God, how blown up am I on somebody's TV right now? Thank you, Lily. All right, Taurus, we have Earth Magic. So this is something here where it's more grounded. But I also feel like it's in this reality. So there's things that you're going to be doing this week in a meditative practice here, earthly, could be just grounding, but it's also this allowance of you to manifest something that you truly want and you truly desire. Some of you may be really into just prepping for, the fall season, pruning out the gardens for some of you. Let's see what's going on for next week here. We have ground and center. Can you not make this shit up? Can we get any more earthly than this, Taurus? What are you manifesting? Because whatever you're plugging into this week, look what's happening next week. You go from, let me prep this, to, oh my God, I feel it. Something is taking form for you next week. What is that, Taurus? What's taking formation next week? You're going to see results of some sort next week. All right, so let's see what this week's about. What is going on this week for my Taurus? What's going on for this week for my Taurus? Well, you're extremely restless. Okay, we have the devil energy. Really, we have the devil twice, Capricorn. Okay, you're not getting enough rest. Ooh, this is a heavy week. 7 of Swords. There's that magician energy. Okay, Taurus, you could be dealing with a Capricorn. But this person is messing with you energetically. So if you've been restless, you're going to be restless this week. There's somebody here in your vicinity. It feels like jealousy. I feel like this person is jealous, has some jealousy things, but they're kind of obsessed with you. It's kind of an obsessive energy here. So I don't know if you blocked an individual or you're not speaking to an individual or you're separated from somebody, but somebody here is really ticked off at you. So I just feel kind of like, why do I have brain fog? Why don't I not feel well? But you're going to start seeing something here because I feel like you're really into something holistic. Could even be clearing your energy. I just heard egg cleanse. There's something here where I feel you're clearing your energetic field, or you're wondering if someone's messing with you, especially if you're into magic. But it doesn't have to be that, because people can have like ill will on you, even like just, negative, unhappy that you're doing well. But there's this energy here that you're going to find out this week. You're going to know exactly who it is, who's messing with you. It may even be this. It may even be this reading where you're like, I know exactly who's draining me. And yes, that's what I did. It's somebody here that does not have the presence to be in your physical presence. It's someone here who's watching you from a distance. Now, you have the capability here to manifest a lot, but something here has been blocking that because you just don't feel well, or you're feeling off and you can't quite figure out what it is. And it's just a poor boundary with an individual. For some of you, it's just to do some kind of cleansing for yourself. The Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, this could be this individual. Man, this person is ticked off. Ticked off. Immaturity. And has the entitlement to think that they deserve like the fall of you, or the pissiness of being blocked or taken off, or maybe you saying I had enough or I need to take a break was not enough for this individual. But it's like, because they feel that you're unbothered by them, or they don't have the ability here to retaliate or do something. When I feel the energy is this is what this person did to you all the time. This is a person who was consistently in and out all the time in your life. They were in 1 minute, they were out another minute. They were in 1 minute, they were out another minute. And this way you're like, I feel it. I feel like they're in my energy again. You're not wrong. What's your advice here for this? You're not wrong. Okay. There is somebody here who is pretty ticked off and does not want to take accountability here. But your advice here, because you're looking at this here, is that there is another opportunity here, and you are kind of focused on this right now because that's how you just feel like crap and you start to think of this person a lot. But I do actually see you shifting out of that, because the most loving thing you can do is just send them love. Honestly, you know what? You can send it back to them, absolutely. But it's the idea of here of clearing the energy for you. And, sorry you feel that way, send them love. You don't have to necessarily talk to this person. You can energetically do that. So I actually see you doing that this week here, taking your time doing it, and maybe doing it a couple of times this week here. But then look what's happening here. Look what's happening for next week. Let's see what's going on. Because I think you're going to see a big shift. Oh my God, look at this. 5 of Cups came flying out here. You might actually get an apology. You might actually get this person here reaching out to you. You know what's funny? This person is so angry, but we have the exact same cards that really came on this side, but now it's the Page of Wands. That the way this person is going to come approach you is to basically say, I'm sorry. You're going to see more of the insecurity of this individual. They are putting a flag up. Now, it's up to you, if you choose to want this or not. Many of you don't. But you're going to have such clarity here of how vulnerable this person is now, how insecure they are, why they did certain things, why they were being so fucking childish. But I almost feel this energy of a person here actually physically taking some accountability. Does it mean that it's going to be the best? No. This person's a master manipulator, probably has really high narcissistic traits. Probably had a dad here that was pretty narcissistic. This person was raised by a narcissist. Aries energy. I feel this energy of this person still utilizing it as playing victimhood. I see you having clarity of this, and I see you watching it, and you're treating it like that. You're not necessarily indulging in it. You're keeping, you have an idea, you have awareness here. Some of you have to gray wall by stating nothing, because you're seeing that this whole dynamic was codependent based upon you. So I see that next week, even though this week you're clearing your energy, you're going to see some manifestation here of this individual who's going to be stepping forward, who you pretty much knew who it was. And they're going to be releasing some things here. Maybe not exactly what they've been saying about you or the jealousy part, but they may come off as victim. Yeah. And this is just a reminder here of your loyalty and the security and what you have to offer. This is how you treat individuals. This is how you even treat this person. So for a person here that you have to step back and not treat this way, and some of you saw this as a long-term commitment or saw this as a long-term friendship, you're starting to realize, though, that was abused in a lot of ways. So you can show your strength too. You don't necessarily always have to take that where somebody's just jumping on your lap and everything's going to be all right. There's something here about how they present to you, how they formalize it to you. And some of you, there is a formal apology that is needed. That's what I got. Let's see what's going on for Gemini. Hello, Cora Bell. Welcome. Gemini is up. Gemini, your reading will be released for October this week. It's going in order. So Taurus is tomorrow, and then the following day will be yours. We're going to get through them all for October. And then there will be an all signs reading, but that's going to be for Harmonia Friends Club. So if you want to, I will have a release. I think it's going to be, I think you guys get the preview for fire signs. So you'll see that. But the full all signs reading will only be at Harmonia Friends. Hello, Papa Wheelies. Welcome. Guys, if you were just jumping on and you missed your sign, you can always just scroll back to the banner. If you're on Facebook, you won't be able to do that. You have to wait till live is over. Don't forget, there's always a collective at the end. And a reminder that I will be off for the next 2 weeks from Harmonia. So you will not be seeing live. That's why we have a 14-day forecast here. We're doing double readings for each sign so that you guys can have 2 weeks of readings. And hopefully I don't lose my voice. That was my only concern by doing 2 readings for each. But I'll just go slow and steady. And for those of you who want to stick around for the readings, bless you all. I do appreciate it for you sticking through. All right, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what's going on for this week and next week. This week, it's all about inspiration and courage. Having the courage, but you got to have an open heart to have courage. So this is a week here that something's going to inspire you. You're going to, I don't know, I feel like you're catching the feels of some sort. Let's see how next week is going to be, how they're going to play with one another. Prosperity and abundance. Well, this is like very feminine empress level here, not being bothered, enjoying life, sitting back and relaxing. Why do I feel that the way you get inspired is to overdo something, but now you're realizing the inspiration is to kick back more, to have more freedom here, to relax, chill out? That's probably something that's new to you. It feels like that. Gemini, let's see how your week is going to be. This upcoming week, we have the 4 of Pentacles. You're holding on to a specific thing that is important to you. Some of you, it's money. You're nervous to lose this. Okay. You're nervous to go forward with this. Queen of Cups, because you love it so much. The idea of it not being able to be more, would make you feel less. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. There's something you're holding on to tightly that you fear that once you give it your all, you may get rejected. That can be in so many different ways. Could be holding on to wanting to just be in a friendship. Could be holding on to a dream that you can just create in your head, but not actually do in reality, because if it fucking fails in reality, you will be shattered. Yeah, that. There's something here that you're afraid to get started, or you're afraid to ignite the flame because you're afraid of losing. Look at that. But you're revisiting it now. You're going back in, even though you're scared shitless. And even though that seems like really, really deep stuff, but some of you are like, I'm ready to face this. I'm ready to go back. I know I'm supposed to be going through some changes here to go towards something that feels safe to me and calm, but I also know that the answer is about going back. And it's not to stay back there. It's just to grab something. Some of you, it's to grab some courage when you initiated the idea to begin with, or looked upon something from the beginning. Yeah, to get clarity. Look at that. 7 of Cups here, reverse here, Gemini. This is some confusion here that maybe you have bypassed, or you're just afraid, like you didn't want to taste it yet. You saved this. You saved something for a rainy day, or you kept something here at a particular level to just keep it as a keepsake. But, over time, if you don't use it, you don't know what's going to come out of it. It's kind of like, I don't know why they're giving me Antique Roadshow as an example, but you know how like you hold on to something forever and then, like, is it time to sell it? And then you're like, it's time to reassess it. It's to evaluate it. Let's see if it's worth more. But there's some things here that are not worth keeping anymore, or worth getting rid of, or purging, or finally taking the courage to advance something. Some of you is to spend the money here, to put into a new endeavor, to start seeing the results, but you're not going to know because you're not creating room for it. But I see you actually creating room, creating space this week, because you're holding on too tightly. Some of you are purging objects, things. Others of you are purging people, but there's also areas here where you may be looking at things differently, where you're going to take a time here to invest more, maybe invest more in a commitment, or invest more in your education or a new endeavor where it's a choice, commitment. You are choosing to be committed to this week. That's amazing. Some of you, it is being in a commitment or up-leveling a commitment. Others of you, you're just committed now to use this wisely or to make a different choice here, that it's time to this place, this thing had its spot, but now you're going to see the wealth of it, because next week you're sitting here with something. I feel like it's prosperity. It does. Feels like prosperity, but let's see what it's about. Okay, Lily, we'll see you back next week. Gemini. Look at that. The Ace of Swords. That is being authentic. That is discernment. That is a sword of victory. You are going to be very victorious out of this. You're going to make a move. This is allowing you to move differently. And because you've chosen to move, because you've chosen to purge, there's something here that makes you feel lighter. And there's excitement here. Yeah. Now, the Nine of Cups here to reverse is some of you may feel overwhelmed with what you get, where you're going to feel like it's too much, or like this is a dream come true, but I'm so selfish that I went after this. So there is some kind of fears about overindulging, that this feels like such a overindulgence, or I spent too much, or I can't believe I decided to up level a relationship like this. Look, Nine of Swords. Like once you do this, you're going to be like freaked out by it a little bit because you're not used to it, you know, because it's that fear of rejection. It's that fear of loss. It's definitely fears of losing something here that's of your reserves, of what is your safety. But again, you have to remind yourself what this sword is. It's to cut away things that no longer serve you, which includes your anxiety, you know. It includes your anxiety here. Some of you, it's anxiety about a past individual here. The Emperor, someone here who was, you know, could have been an Aries, could have been an overbearing father, an overruling boss. But this is a person here who tried to control you, made you feel less than, made you feel smaller, could have really messed up your self-confidence when you chose to do things, you know. But you're facing it, you're looking at it, you're reevaluating it next week. Yeah, you got the Lovers twice. You're accepting this. Some of you, you're accepting to be more open to love, accepting being more open to help, accepting you're just making better choices when it comes to true alignment. I mean, you got the Lovers twice. And this was your advice, was to accept this choice. Be open to this in the most loving way. What a beautiful reading for Gemini. And let me tell you, we got a water sign here. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This is someone who's very loving. This is someone here, they don't wear their heart on the sleeve. They just don't, you know? But this is an individual here who's very intuitive, who's very understanding, is a very good listener. So, and then completely different vibe than this. Completely different vibe than this. So there's something that you're changing that is allowing this to come through. And some of you, if you friend zoned a person, I know that's one story. This, when you choose to finally open up to it, this is how this person's going to open up too. They're kind of marrying you in that sense. But others of you, it's just open up to love, to receiving help and being in the presence of someone who really cares about you, and totally different. And this is a person here who would pamper you, take care of you, probably bring you that drink. Just saying. All right. That's what I got. That's what I got for Gemini for the next 2 weeks. All right, guys, don't forget to check your October reading when it comes out. And I will see you guys back here on the 8th. We're going to move on to Cancer. I think you guys might have gotten the best reading there, Gemini. There's a couple who got good readings. All right, we have Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And then we do have Leo. Oh, I forgot to, and then I forgot to change this to, this is not supposed to say Libra. It's supposed to say Virgo. Let me fix that. And then we have Virgo, and then we have our bonus. Cancer's up now. I forgot I rearranged it because Virgo was up first last week, but we just ended Virgo season. So Virgo is last now. But not least, everybody has a turn. Cancer is up. Cancer is up. Barbara is claiming that reading. A good reading, Barbara. Few more shuffles and we'll get to it. All right, Cancer. Let's see how your week is going to be. How is Cancer's week going to be? Here we go, Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We have meditation to dig deep. Meditation to dig deep. I love how looks like a little doggy here is digging a hole here. So there's something here where you really, really need to dig deep, rooted into the earth this week. Deep in meditation. It's just you and your higher self. Okay. You're going to be really deep in it. Okay. Something that you're meditating on. I just heard ruminating, but let's just see the meditation. You may be ruminating, and that's a need to meditate so that you're not ruminating, so that you give yourself some freedom. What's coming up next week? What's coming up next week? Meditation for creativity. Huh. I love how meditation's involved on both. On both for this Cancer. Okay. This week, I feel like it's all about being present. It's about your feelings, Cancer. Releasing some emotions here. And then there's something here that happens to you. It's a shift where your meditation practices are going to change. So I feel like maybe you feel like being more in the earth. Maybe you feel like being more grounded, going on the walks, exercising, but it's something here with earth. But next week, your meditation is going to be in an entirely different fashion. It's going to be with inspiration. It's going to be with creativity. You're going to be inspired, or you're going to start doing something, and it's just going to be a form of meditation for you. So I do see you expressing, but that's not till next week. So let's see what's going on in this energy here with you grounding. Cancer for this week. Okay, unhappy. Conflicted. This is just not happy with a relationship, arguments, not getting along, ruckus, people who bring you down. It's like you don't really want to be amongst that. You may be feeling that. There could be also people who are just venting on you, dumping on you, and that could make you feel a little bit overwhelmed. So I feel there's this conflicted energy of getting out of the house or getting out of an environment that doesn't feel so happy, or feels like there's a lot of fighting around you. There's friction here. I also see that there's something here about you wanting to reflect about walking away. what you left behind. Some of you have a little bit of regrets about walking away from something, but you then remember that big moon, which is all about having faith of the, well, unknown. And so you do focus on that. And so I think that's why it's important for you to be grounded. It's important for you to get out in an environment that doesn't feel good to you, because it just brings down more about lack, loss, victim mentality here. And it doesn't make you feel good. Sometimes you just feel sick around that. So you're being very mindful of your energy this week and the people you are around. Okay. I just see you doing things that make you feel more connected and doing things more on your own than with a group of people or even with a particular individual. Yeah. You're taking authority. There you are. Aries energy. I feel like this is more you. This is you taking authority. And you also realizing that you need to exit certain things when people are sucking your energy, or it's an environment that is not good for you. And it's like, okay, I need to take myself out of this. And you actually are taking that role this week, making decisions here. I think the emperor, even though they're all four kings in one and it is masculine energy, this still could be a female who's being more authoritative here with their boundaries, not feeling bad about nixing things or saying no. Yeah. Because they're trying to be optimistic about what's ahead of them. And it's hard to do when you're in that energy 24/7, Aquarius. So you're doing it so you can be more optimistic and lighter about what you're trying to bring into this world. So I see you kind of exiting ickiness or not being in the commotion here of other individuals or people here that don't make you feel good. There's a lot of conflict here. What advice does Spirit have for you for this week? There's that moon energy. Spirit's reminding you that you do have a choice, and there is going to be a decision that is coming up for you that you're a little bit fearful of making, but Spirit's letting you know that this pathway that you're taking, whichever path you choose, there will be successes on either way. So to stop fearing that and just go for the one that you feel intuitively guided to go towards first. It's not that one's harder or better than the other. It's just different kind of rewards that come in place. And they may not all interlock into the same pathway in the end for the goal that you want, but it will bring you happiness of some sort. And some of you, it's choosing to showcase something. It's almost like a gift. Some of you, it's you could be an artist, you could be a writer. It's something that you're creating. Others of you, if this is a relationship that you're deciding to go into, it's the muse of this relationship. You're seeing the plus sides of it. Let's see what's up ahead for you next week. Next week, Page of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Look at all these pages. Death, Scorpio energy. The Star reverse, you're changing your mind on something. Aquarius energy. Could be Aquarius you're changing your mind on. Seven of Swords. Don't trust it. And the Hermit. Okay, there's a certain path now that you see as danger, danger. Danger, danger. You're evaluating it. So again, it could be because you're trying to create space from these individuals, but I do feel that you are looking at an opportunity outside of this environment or outside of this relationship. After much research within next week, you're starting to see that something here is not of value to you anymore. There are certain things. I'm sorry, I got to cover her tata so don't get yelled at. social media. There are certain things that are being displayed or are going to be uncovered, which is going to finalize a decision to you that something doesn't feel authentic. Something doesn't feel right. Some of you don't feel that this community, this individuals around you have your back, or others of you feel that a particular person doesn't have your back, or they have repetitive patterns of doing this multiple times. There's something here where a person here thought they could be a fox, get away with it. And you're starting to see here, even if that person or individual came in, they're coming in as a page. It's just the Page of Pentacles. It's not something that's solid. It's something here that always leaves you broke, period. Okay. We have Virgo energy here with the Hermit. Notice the snake here. It's quite evident now to you that that looks dangerous. It's like, I know I'm going to get snapped there, but is that danger here a fear unlock, or is it just a pathway here that I'm meant to be bit on? There is something that whatever road you choose, there's always going to be different obstacles on here, but this obstacle in front of you right now is making you pause. It's making you really reflect here if that's really worth being going for a strike here. I almost feel like 3 strikes you're out, but you might be looking at something as a first strike. Okay, reevaluating to see if you want to take something on. Somebody just got a strike for you. The trust has been nixed. Yeah. The star energy here, I do feel like somebody is coming back in your field. It's going to be up to you if you choose to accept this individual back or accept their apology. Or some of you are going to see the connection to this individual. You're going to see how translucent this individual is when it comes to their fears, their insecurities, and you're going to choose to see if it's really a right fit for you. But I also feel for a lot of you, if this has to do with a creative endeavor for you, Cancer, you also have the capability here to fight some inner child wounds and to just go after it. And you're going to see actually by sharing this gift, doing it in a preemptive way versus having it have to be in a pretty package. I see you actually sharing something to the world next week that is on the whim and it's kind of a closure here of a rough draft, and it just sparking a way that you never had seen it before. So it's your choice. That's what I got. We're going to move on to Leo. Leo is up. And then we have Virgo. Yes, you made it, Angel. Although we're halfway through. Well, we're more than halfway through now. It's a little longer tonight because I'm doing 2 weeks. So there's 2 spreads. I'm doing my best not to lose my voice, but it's starting to go. As soon as I hit like the 2-hour mark, boom. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that, Lily. Sorry. I threw one of the books on top of it and it must have just highlighted somebody's comment. I was like, why is Lily's thing coming up on screen? Leo. Don't forget, guys, there is a collective at the end, so don't leave just yet. There may be more messages for you. All right, no worries. Yeah, it's kind of a pain in the butt to do, Angel, on Facebook because it doesn't let you rewind. YouTube does, but I'll have timestamps up too to make it easier. Leo, your October reading will be released this week. Make sure you guys are subscribed so that you get the notifications, because I know you guys are, some of you are missing. I'm telling you right now, the reason I stopped doing those zodiac readings is because you guys weren't seeing them. Because you see the all signs when I'm live, but you're not seeing the premieres. So make sure you guys are getting all those notifications, because I can tell by the view watcher time you guys aren't watching them. All right. Leo. Here we go. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Leo, let's see how the beginning of the week is going for you. Give into the passion. Well, well, well. Leo, are you passionate about a particular endeavor, or are you swooning over another? I don't know. I think there's somebody around your presence who's very loves whatever you create, okay? Loves whatever you create. There's something here that's a change. You're being very open to love, to creation. Some of you may be open to creation of something else, like a baby. Some of you. All right, let's see what's going on for the upcoming week here. Connect with Gaia. I told you, some of you, if you don't want a baby, you better protect yourself on that. All right. There's a connection here that is in this plane for my Leos that feels very solid. There's somebody here that is interested by you, but I feel like there's something growing here between the two of you. If this isn't a love relationship, there's somebody here who is just in awe of what you can create. All right. And this would be your number one fan. This would be the person here if you're on live, if you're like a reader for me. This is the person who always shows up. Hi, Libra. Welcome. This is the person that always shows up, Leo. Let's see what's going on for this week first. Leo, let's see how your week is going to go for the next 7 days here. We got the Page of Pentacles. This is different. This is a new approach. I told you, I don't even need to pull the cards. This is a new approach for you. You're being very open this week, Leo. What are you, a Casanova here? If it's not that, you're being very open with your gifts. You're feeling truly inspired to do something and looking lighthearted about taking chances here. Not afraid of rejection. Not afraid of loss. You know, it's like if I look at that, you know, then it's just creating room here of at least I know. So I have a Leo going, at least I'll know. So I'm going to just try it now. I'm just going to do it now. Yeah, this is something here that you were originally very conflicted with. Kind of like hot and cold. Not sure if you should do it. Not sure if you should advance on this. But you are being very open, and I feel that there's something or someone in particular that you have your eye on, and I feel like there's a lot of expression here. Now, this could be the other way too. It could be this energy here of somebody always having their eye on you, Leo, and you haven't really felt if this person here is into you or wants anything with you or really likes what you have to offer, if this is a creative endeavor that you want to do, but someone's got an eye on you. This is like a scout. Some of you, that could be a talent scout. But remember, this temptation is going with it, not afraid of the rejection, not afraid of the loss. Yeah. When this happens or when you choose this, there's also going to be some time here of reflection. Spirit is reminding that you have looked at something and reflect on it far too long, and now it's time to take some actions here. Notice how there's a snake that's crawling up that staff. There's something here where you are about to take like just a strike or flight with that bird. Okay. There's loyalty here with those two dogs. So there's a loyal partnership of some sort that is developing here by expression. That's all I got. It's like there's something here really strong about your expression. So that's for this week. So let's see what this is entailing for you next week, because I do feel like next week, Leo, something's rooted here, something's seated here, something here it's decided on. It is expansion for you. Okay. Could be talking about long-term commitment for some of you. long-term opportunity. It's like finally being fully committed in this. Yeah. A little bit restless because you've been sitting on this for far too long. So once you get started on this, it's like, I can't sleep. I have all of these ideas. I know exactly what I want to do. But also there's something about having something, I don't know, it feels like the elephant in the room that can't be there anymore, especially if someone's been watching you or there's an expression that's ready to be, well, told. Look at that. Connected. And before there wasn't fully a full connection here. So whatever this expression is going to be released this week for you, with it reverse is going to fix a connection here. It's going to make something stronger. I feel like a really fulfilling friendship of some sort here that wasn't well connected before, but with this combined with connect with Gaia, there's something here about connecting and having a heart to heart with another individual. Yeah. Not wanting to carry the burden of this and dropping this. And I feel like what you're dropping here is this wall of not being open. So if this is a relationship, it's something that's about it being budded. And then if this is something about an endeavor here that you're working on, you're going to start seeing people come to you. And the burden you had before is that you were giving it out to others, sharing with others. But there's something here about needing to let that go and individuals come to you. You just got to do your own thing. Yeah. The high priestess reverse is someone here who, may have not gotten the intuitive nudge or followed their intuitive nudge, but this is something here where you have a light now that you can do this. It's no secret here now that by being open and expressive, that this is going to make a huge difference for you. It sure is. Look at this. The Wheel of Fortune. Man, some of my signs are getting some really good readings. Looks like you guys are going to have a good 2 weeks, a lot of my zodiac signs. The Wheel of Fortune, everything's happening as it should. And in due time, things will come in place even more. But I do see you receiving something pretty beautiful in the next 2 weeks. One is just expression and starting to see some kind of limelight for some of you. I mean, this is really solid readings for you. What's the final advice here for Leo before we go to Virgo? Enjoy the new beginning. Just enjoy this. Enjoy this opportunity of expression. Enjoy taking a risk. Enjoy the idea of it being limitless. I mean, you're at a zero, and that's an amazing place to be, is at the fool's journey. Because who does the fool meet next? The magician. So you are about to magnify that magician energy by having the right, and I feel like you're calling in the right people within your life and right opportunities. So amazing reading for you, Leo. Let's move on to Virgo. Now, when we get to the last sign, you guys know what happened, but some of you guys, there's a bunch of people on here who are new. The algorithm drops. So I asked you guys to comment bonus so that people can come back on here because there's a collective out of this. So it also puts in the energy that bonus reading may be for you. So if you guys can take the time here, comment bonus. Let me know that you're here, whether you're on Facebook or you are on YouTube. Bonus, bonus, bonus. And we'll get to our final zodiac sign, which is Virgo. Libra was first, Rennie. Libra was first. So stick around for the bonus, and then after the replay, after this is done, you can catch the timestamps because I'm going to timestamp them all. And then you can just you can also go to YouTube and then scroll back. Facebook will not let you scroll back while you're live. It's okay. You can catch the replay. There's still the bonus. All right. Virgo. Virgo, let's see how your week is going to be this week. Meditation for clarity. So you need some clarity. I do feel like you need some time out here. I feel like my mind is kind of crazy. There's a need to create some space for you to have some self-reflection. I feel like there's some curiosity here as to what's the next step for you. I just feel this energy of you seeking clarity, but this is seeking clarity with your higher self. The reflection is you, not seeking clarity from another. I can't repeat that again. I mean, you might be trying to seek clarity here from me, but I'm telling you that Spirit's saying that's great. But this message here is to go back within. It's still to go face you, face yourself, face your reflection. Some of you that would be mastering the mirror. All right. So we have the second week, fire magic. This is the ability here to create something pretty amazing for you. But first, need clarity. So we're going to start off with the clarity that is needed this week and what you're seeking clarity on. What is Virgo seeking clarity on this week? Ace of Cups. What truly makes you happy? What makes you happy? Some of you are seeking forgiveness, but you're seeking forgiveness from the wrong individual. Because this is something, the Tower is not a direct hit, but it still affects you. So you may be looking at clarity here or having a hard time forgiving yourself for a scenario that you were involved. So maybe you feel guilty. Could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. This is somebody of high authority. This is somebody here who is of a counselor. You might be seeking clarity about what this person states to you. There's something about what this person states to you this week. Could have to do with finances, but if it's not finances, it's about the losses here that you did not really see before. But this person here is absolutely showcasing you the losses this week that's showing you a different perspective. And I feel a little bit of guilt and shame for that loss, however that may be, whether it's into a person, whether it is in money, it's how things occurred. And there's a responsibility here where you're like, how did I miss that? How did I not see that? Like, whoa, like that was a big gap that I missed. Yeah, the Empress reversed is like, how did I enable that? How did I feed that so long? What was I doing? Why was I smothering that? Why was I being so overprotected of that when I wasn't even caring about myself? There's this energy of not caring about yourself for some of you. I just feel the strong energy here of a reevaluation that is being more compassionate now that you have this news. What advice does Spirit have for Virgo? Everything happens for a reason, but this is the opportunity to lay some forgiveness and healing, Aquarius energy here. And some of you are really looking upon your higher self as to stating, and I feel like this is more your higher self as into, how did you do it? How did you let go of this? How did you forgive me for this? Because I feel a lot of guilt for something that is kind of out of your hands to begin with. But some of you may feel guilty for trying to enable a scenario to fix it. But that's something that had to happen in order to be that version. So there's something that is coming to you that is going to give you clarity by just looking in your own reflection or just being in the energy. So when I had brought up to you Mastering the Mirror, my program, one of the things and techniques that I use, which is mirror work, but we use the camera as mirror work. So you can just use your phone. But turn the camera around on you, have a conversation with you, but then go even further. Say what you got to say in front of you, and then put an earbuds in there and go to a mirror and listen to yourself and watch your expressions. You give so much healing by seeing yourself, hearing yourself, and feeling yourself and looking at yourself, receiving the words coming from you. So take the time here to create some space with you. Let's see what's ahead for you next week. What's ahead for Virgo next week? Okay, now it's reevaluation. Now it's looking at about those opportunities here that maybe you fantasize about, that maybe you didn't take action on before, but now you're looking at it. You're not looking at those 3 cups as, oh my God, I'm miserable, I'm shameful. Now you're releasing it. So you are releasing in a huge way this week. Whoo, I feel good about that. This feels good now. I was getting a little worried. Yeah. You're finally getting clarity, and the clarity comes into what your actions are, how you're vibing, what you're doing, how you're creating. And there was a lot of fear, but I feel next week, Virgo is not so fearful about taking actions and taking accountability when it comes to relationships, connections. Some of you are really clearing ancestral wounds. These are things that your ancestors weren't even able to clear in this lifetime. Look at all those butterflies, right? There's something here about your past individuals that may not even be here, that you're clearing stuff that they didn't have the opportunity to do. It's pretty cool. Okay, some of you are creating a legacy for your children and a unity that feels strong and amazing. This is something here. Some of you have 2 proud parents watching over you on the other side, but others of you, this is what you're creating or going towards. A really blended community here that feels good, that feels secure, that's going to create some really positive memories for you. But your creation here is taking the opportunity to forgive yourself and also look upon who's in your circle. Maybe spend more time with your children if you have children. Spend more time with the relationships that you want to build, or spend more time being open to relationships that are new. Either case, you know that whenever you run into things that seem shady or nasty, Virgo, or deceitful, Spirit is reminding you that because you have faith in you, because you know that you can trust yourself to identify that you're not really worried about it. No. This is not something here where you're going to feel conflicted by it as much. I think there are certain things that you are afraid to start or say in certain relationships that made you feel like you walked on eggshells. But this is somebody here who's really done with the deceit and the pretending to get along. It's like, I don't want that, and I know I don't want that, and I'm not going to create that. No, you're not. This is a huge transformation here for this Virgo. I just feel a lot of happiness here. I feel a lot of togetherness here. And I feel like there might be, for some of you, a new friend or a relationship here that is allowing more time for growth and opportunities that feel good to you, that I just feel very loving, temptations here. All right. So that's what I have for Virgo. We are going to get to the collective reading here shortly. You guys still all here? Ready for the bonus? We're going to give these a good shuffle. All right, we do have the collective reading coming up. This is pretty much a free-for-all for all the zodiac signs. I will obviously call them out to give extra validation. Don't forget, guys, coming up, and I can't believe it's coming up in like 3 weeks. Like, it's coming quick. Runes Reality begins October 12th. Sign up for this. The deadline is October 8th. So when I start coming back live is pretty much the last day that you can sign up for Runes Reality. So make sure you are signing up now. I don't want you guys to miss out on this because once the doors are closed, they are closed. And my tier 2 members get 50% off. This is the time here if you want to not only get to know how to utilize runes and casting, but applying it as a divination tool to self-accountability, because that's what you're going to be doing. Because as a self-love coach, I love to put in a 12-week accountability course. So it's 2 courses basically infused in one, and new content's going to be released each week. You will get to meet individuals virtually. If you can't be there at a particular time, that's okay, because everything is just unlocking new content each week. So we only have a couple of meetups. Everything else, we're going to be using Marco Polo to do check-ins, and we have a private Facebook group here where we can do accountability things and any questions that may arise. So I'm very excited for that course. So I hope you guys can join me, because I can't believe it. It's coming up. It's coming up quickly. All right, here we go. Collective, let's see how the next 2 weeks are going to go with our bonus. This is for all the signs. All the signs are included on this. All right, collective. We have meditation for peace and serenity here. This reminds me a lot of the 4 of Swords. But there's something here. God, who's that dog? The dog is so loyal. You know, it's floating, it's looking down, it wants you back here. So there's somebody here who really loves you, who's very much collective like a dog. All right. But I feel that there's something about you being underwater. Maybe you're feeling into your emotions right now, but I feel a separation when it comes to your emotions. You're just really in the thick of it emotionally. But you also may be that dog, right? That is loyal to an individual who you see is underwater right now. Let's see what's next week. We have follow your dream. Follow your dream. So there's something about having hope and surrendering to this and then going after something. Okay, let's see what you're going after. But first, we got to see who's underwater. Who is underwater? Which character are you, collective? Well, this is a big ass opportunity. Ooh, is this emotional fulfillment? Is this something here that's going to weigh you down? Like you're like, that's too much. That's a lot. That's a lot. Like it's like weighing you. This opportunity is weighing an individual down. Oh boy. Oh boy. Are you ready for this, collective? Because there's something here that you didn't see. And I feel like it's going to be revealed this week. It was an opportunity that you never really saw, but it's an outpouring of emotions. It's an outpouring of emotions. And I feel like, I almost feel like I step back when you see this. Some of you, I mean, this is a really amazing gesture, but I feel taken back by it. Interesting that in the beginning of the collective, we had the Sailor's Ruin, which was also deep in the feels. I feel like someone here is deep in the feels about you, is handing you something here that you're very emotionally fulfilled with, or you're doing that for another. just flew on there. This has to do with a separation. This has to do with something not being over yet. This has to do with something that's going to be shocking to you. It's not truly over yet. Some of you, it's an apology. We have the Queen of Cups here, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Someone here is offering something pretty genuine and loving. And the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups are individuals that sometimes hold back their feelings. But when they're ready to express their feelings, it can be overwhelming. It can be a lot. It could take you back. It could take you under, because it's like, whoa, because it's going to give you some kind of peace. This is a peace offering of some sort that my collective is about to receive. It's a peace offering. It is a peace offering. It is a reconciliation of something. And I feel that, so this is where it's going to fall for some of you, because you're going to be like, oh my God, it's that nasty ex I don't want. No. This is something where there was a temporary fallout between two individuals who both ended up out in the fucking cold, who both were recovering, who both needed some time here to take a break, to figure things out. Let's see what advice Spirit has for you on this. Look at this. There is this energy of realignment. There is this energy of reconciliation, but taking your time with this, having a heart-to-heart discussion. There's some pride here on this person's end, and I think there's some pride on your end, but I feel like there has been perceptions that have been gained. I feel that the two of you have been talking about some kind of opportunity that you both wanted, and maybe somebody wasn't ready for. But this opportunity's ahead. You see how there's a doorway here, and how interesting is that the next week is what? A doorway. Well, it's a window, but this is like Harry Potter, so he's using it like a door, because I know he's going to get on that broom and just fly out of there like a door. So there's an archway here. There's an opportunity. And when I think of the traditional Ace of Pentacles, we have that arch, but this is something that is coming towards you. This is a strong gesture, an apology. This could be just something of, I love you. This could be commitment. It feels like that. Let's see what's happening next week. There's fears. I feel there's an owl here coming through that window again. I think this person knows. They understand. They're pretty wise here that you have fears about this. They get it. They know that you may fear that this is not true. They know that you fear that this may be taken away from you at one point here, because this person here wasn't ready to offer something, give something. Some of them just weren't ready to talk about this, discuss about this. But you have an individual here who I feel is communicating to you. An owl may be significant to you. I do feel like there's communication here with a person here where you were trying to remain balanced, talking some fears out, talking about why you're uncertain about this, wondering if this is the right thing for the both of you. Is it too indifferent? These are all reversed. So I feel like these are things you're talking about. These are things that you're discussing with an individual. Yeah. Leaving behind here all of the indecisiveness, and this is reverse. So it's just fears. There's a lot of fears coming out about a new beginning, and I feel you expressing that. But again, remember the advice here was to take things slow. I mean, that's what you do when you are working through something. Relationships are not meant to be easy. Sometimes you can't explain everything all at once, but you guys are taking the next 2 weeks to do that. So I see you taking the opportunity of discussing. Some of you, it has to do with the uncomfortable shit. Like maybe there was another person, or maybe somebody made somebody else a priority, could have had children involved or other people involved, gossip involved. But there were other things in the way from this connection that could make it feel unbalanced. Something about this person being easily influenced. Hi, Michael. Thanks for stopping by. You're always appreciated. Just so much communication. Look at this. There's just so much open communication. And once it starts, it's not going to stop. And there are going to be hard conversations next week. But the eagle is there. Be authentic. Be upfront. And this is something here where this person is doing the same. But remember that eagle energy of perception, that there are feelings here on both sides if you want this to work. Listening to one another back and forth. Let's see what the final advice here for my collective. Oh my goodness. This heartbreak was grief on both sides. But what Spirit's reminding you is that it was protected for a reason. So you're going to be deflecting this a lot with this individual to discuss this heartbreak, to discuss this grief. I am going to pull one more card because it's so many swords here because I feel peace. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, which interesting. When I said this reminds me of not just the 4 of cups, but the 4 of swords, where there's meditation for peace and serenity here. You've been asking for peace and serenity. This week, you're getting a peace offering. Next week, after the peace offering, you're going to have those messy discussions to create some peace again. Yeah. Because this is something that's deeply wounded within, like ingrained in you, right? It's a ground. It's kind of gnarly here. But there is growth here. There is opportunity here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this is somebody here who really, truly knows their worth and understanding of it. I mean, this is just a beautiful card. One more with that Queen of Wands. All that anxiety, all of that inner sabotage, look what's coming through. We got the eagle again. Just know that this had to happen because this eagle is everywhere in other decks here. Okay. This communication is going to clear away all of that self-sabotage stuff. And it's actually going to create a stronger connection between the two of you, but take your time with it. It's not going to be rainbows and butterflies right off the beginning. The first week feels like that, but then there's going to be some really deep conversations that come in place. All right. That's what I got, guys. I hope you enjoyed the readings. Like I said, a reminder, I will be away on spiritual maintenance for about 2 weeks. So please make sure you're subscribed, or better yet, become a member of Harmonia Friends, because there will be an all signs reading posted over there while I'm away. Because they get the perks. I love my tier 1 and tier 2 members, and they know it. But also, I'll be giving channel messages and things like that in the community tab. So you'll want to be subscribed to YouTube so that you get those channel messages. Maybe I'll post a little bit on TikTok, but we shall see. You guys take care and make sure that you are checking out your October zodiac readings. Have a good night.